Every visible supernova explained. Imagine looking up at the night sky, and there's a star so bright it outshines Venus, the moon, and maybe even your future. That's a supernova, the biggest, baddest explosion a star can pull off. Today, we're talking about 6 of the most famous supernovas in history, how they happened, and how people completely lost their minds over them. First, what is a supernova? Quick science crash course. A supernova happens when a star dies in dramatic fashion. Type 1. A massive star burns all its fuel, collapses, and boom, core collapse supernova. Type 2, a small dead star called a white dwarf steals too much matter from its neighbor and goes nuclear. Either way, it's the universe's version of dropping the mic permanently. Supernova 1, SN 1006, the brightest in history. In May 1006, people around the world saw the brightest star in recorded history, so bright it was visible in broad daylight for weeks. Egyptians said it cast shadows at night. In China and Japan, court astronomers carefully logged it as a guest star. In Europe, monks saw it as a divine warning. Some historians think it was so powerful, it may have even messed with Earth's weather for years. Supernova 2, SN 1054, Crab Nebula. In 1054, a star in Taurus went boom, visible in daylight for 23 days. Chinese astronomers called it a royal omen. Japanese scribes noted it. And in New Mexico, Native Americans may have carved it into rock art next to a crescent moon. Today, it's the Crab Nebula, with a pulsar spinning 30 times a second. Supernova 3, SN 1572, Tycho's supernova. Jump to 1572. Danish astronomer Tycho Brahe spots a new star in Cassiopeia. No telescope, just pure eyeball skill, and a brass prosthetic nose from a duel. He proves it's beyond the moon, shattering the belief that the heavens never change. The public? Some called it a miracle, others a sign from God. Supernova 4, SN 1604, Kepler's supernova. Just 32 years later, boom again. Kepler's supernova in Ophiuchus shone brighter than Jupiter for weeks. Kepler wrote an entire book about it, calling it a sign of divine order. Astrologers blamed it for wars, and it may have been caused by 2 stars merging, way rarer than your usual stellar death. Supernova 5, SN 1987, a fast forward to 1987. Astronomers in the southern hemisphere lose their minds. First naked eye supernova in nearly 400 years. Even crazier, scientists detected neutrinos, ghost particles, hours before the light arrived, and the star was a blue supergiant, not the red giant they expected. Today, its glowing rings are still lighting up. Supernova 6, Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia A exploded around 1680, but nobody saw it. Dust clouds in the Milky Way blocked the view. It was rediscovered centuries later using radio telescopes. Turns out, it's one of the youngest supernova remnants in our galaxy, still flinging out gas at 14,000 kilometers per second. So there you go, 6 of the wildest supernovas in history, from ancient omens to modern science jackpots. Next time you're looking at the night sky, remember, some of those stars might be ready to go out with a bang, and if one does in our lifetime, we've got front row seats to the biggest light show in the universe.